But we can't take a chance after having done this incredible thing last night of letting somebody else take over, where we have to do it again. We can do it again, too. Nobody can stop us.
Some of our people confuse conservatism with unquestioning loyalty to Donald Trump, and in doing so, make themselves liable accessories to his war crimes. There's a pervasive and unsophisticated analysis going on right now about this U.S. attempt to depose Maduro, and we got to get straight on this. I don't want to put him on the spot, but here's another black male-centered platform reposting these images, but these images are not of Venezuela. These are Chilean citizens, according to the Associated Press. Chile has been a close ally of Israel since 1949, according to the Times of Israel, and I'll tell you why that's important in a second. This is Spain. Spain has had an Israeli embassy since '86, and Spain granted 46 contracts worth more than €1 billion to Israel since October 7, 2023. These are American citizens in Miami, and I don't need to remind you of U.S.-Israel policy. Now, you want to see some Venezuelans in Venezuela? This step in and give them some freedom narrative has been exercised to justify American intervention and attempted regime change in more than 70 countries in the past century. In this case, the Trump administration tried to play the victim angle, but drug cartel charges against Maduro have been retracted. And that's not me saying that, that's the Department of Justice saying that. So if he's not at the head of any cartel whatsoever, then why did they abduct the president of a sovereign nation? You already know what time it is. This is the Zionist in position to displace Nicolas Maduro. Maria Corina Machado has sworn to restore diplomatic relations with Israel. Meanwhile, Maduro and his predecessor, Hugo Chavez, cut ties to them folks in 2009. They expelled the ambassador and recognized the Palestinian state. Since then, Russia, China, Cuba, and Iran have all strengthened their ties with Venezuela. You know who else? This brother right here. Maduro called Traore Africa's hero and applauded the AES. Besides supporting the industrial growth of developing nations, oil is critical to military operations of entities like the Sahel Confederacy actively engaged in struggle. In closing.
And he loves Israel too. It's true.
This devil right here just kidnapped the head of the most oil-rich nation on earth, who was an ally to black sovereignty, who offered investment in African banking independent of Western control, who offered oil commerce and solidarity, who considered Israel a terrorist state, who the State Department now admits never had a cartel. Within a week, they stole approximately $2.8 billion of oil and millions more in equipment and resource transportation technologies. Malcolm X told us, if you're not careful, the newspapers will have you hating the people who are being oppressed and loving the people who are doing the oppressing. 60 years later, y'all up here posting fake photos. Tighten up. For more revolutionary black masculinist content, support the Black Male Journal. All right,